Hi everyone, it's Gail, and it's Mixed Media Monday, so we're going to do something a little different. We'll see how this works out, and you can let me know if you enjoy it or if you'd rather not say this again. Okay, let's say hi and hugs. Hi and hugs to Colleen, Joey Cardmaker, Brooke, and Amy. Thank you so much for watching and your kind comments. Okay, so neurographic art. I have really enjoyed this. Not everyone does. I understand that. My friend Carrie probably won't watch this video because this just isn't his thing. But I've really enjoyed it, and I haven't gotten to do it in a long time. So I thought maybe we'd go through the books and talk about it a little bit, and then I'll do a page. That's my plan today. So neurographic art is just, it's kind of a form of doodling, if you ask me. And what it's about is there's just 3 steps to it. So that's kind of cool. So let me show you the steps, and then you'll be able to kind of, I think, more readily be able to appreciate the process and what it ends up to be. So step 1 is to draw a line from one end of the page to the other. It can be squiggly like that. You can do some loop-de-loops, whatever you're feeling. Okay, so that's step 1. And go both ways. That's another important element. Go both ways. Yeah? So then the next step is to, at each junction of the lines, curve it toward the middle of the cross, if that makes sense. And fill that in, like so. And then the very last step, and you do that through the whole thing. I like to do my edges too, I will say. I like to make those kind of flare out like that. You can see it here easier. Boy, my lines weren't very straight on this one. Let me just fix that. Okay, and then the last bit is to draw some geometric shapes. And then you go back and do those intersections of the lines as well. So that's all there is to it. 3 steps. And I find it extremely relaxing. And it might just be me, or my personality, but I really love doing it. So one thing that I've worked in is, this is an art journal that I hadn't done. I just done the art journal stuff on one side, so I used the other side for neurographic art. So there's one, and I colored it in with a pencil, that one. Oops. This one, I used something else there. I was experimenting with coloring in. And you can also do doodles, you know, wherever you feel like. I don't think there's really any rules. You just do whatever your Zen artist wants to do. So this one I did a little bit of doodling into. This one I used oil pastels to color it, and it made it super bold and bright. I like that one. This one is watercolors. This one's Pitt pen markers colored in. And this one, all this paint came from this page when I was doing that page, but I've really had fun doing this alongside the art journal. There's some in blue pen. Oh, is that all I've done? No, I skipped a page, maybe because that had so many goobers on it. Although it could be kind of cool if you went around some of the marks. Yeah. And for a long time, I was doing this. I really like that one. I was doing this while I'd watch the news at night. There's one that's more, more perfect, if you will. So on something like this, my lines went all crazy, every which way from the sides of the page. And this one, I did my lines like this and like this. And it made it more, more geometric, I guess I would say. This one, I did some pointy lines in. I went like this across the page just to see. And you get a different result with everything you do. So that one, I just put some little circles in the circles. And this one, just random. I kind of filled in between more so than just doing a little bit. I did a bigger amount of space on the intersecting lines. That one. That one. You can see my lines here going right like that. And then I did one going that way, I see, and one here. So, yeah. That one I did lines this way. And then I must have done squiggly lines or something. I don't exactly know what I did there. There's a more geometric one again. That time I just made my lines go all the way through the page, and then I did circles. Oh, that's a that's a fun art journal page ready to be done, isn't it? As is that. So I did them on both sides on these. I think I was using up paint on these is what I was doing. Yeah. I want to do this sometime on Mixed Media Monday. We'll have to do that. Okay, so anyway, that's that book. Then I did do some on jelly prints. I thought, well, that could be fun, and I might make digitals out of these, I'm thinking. I think those maybe could be fun digitals. That one. Really love that one. I love that one too. And this one I just did part of the page. So, and then I think these I'm thinking I'll do something on. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a jelly print one. But I wanted to show you this book because this little book, it's a great little book from my friend Deb, and she put some watercolor papers in here. They're thicker papers anyway. And so these are the ones I would just do. I do one a night as I was watching the news. I haven't recently. I love that one too. That one turned out really cool. This one, I did more geometrically, but then when I went to draw in my shapes, I drew ovals that kind of look like leaves. I think if I color that, I'll do greens in that spot. This one reminds me of the inside of a computer for some reason. Those. Yeah, I've brought this back downstairs and haven't been doing it at night, but part of that is it's dark. When the light gets lighter, I can more easily do these. There's another one with the round lines. That one I just did a few lines and did more geometric shapes. So I don't know. I find it really fun. And thanks to Shannon Green for, she's the one who kind of showed me how. I'm going to leave that for now, and let's pick a jelly print. This one is Brushos, as is this one. That's a cool one. That one's cool too. I think I want to do this one. I don't know, spring colors. I guess I'm ready for spring. Okay, so let's make sure I'm in camera. I'm going to zero in just a bit. And I think I might put a couple pieces of washi just to keep my page down. If I can get my washi drawer open, my goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to put a couple of pieces down so I stay where I'm supposed to stay. Which, when you're coloring in the intersections, sometimes it's harder to stay put. Okay, so I had an idea earlier. What was it? I can't remember. So we're just going to play. So I think I'm going to do some lines like so. This is where, if I knew how to edit, I could put tinkly music on, but I don't. So I guess we'll just chat. Okay. I think I might go. I was thinking about doing straight lines. What was I thinking? I'm going to go. We'll just see how this works. It's going to go there to there. I'll have to color in those after I take my tape off. Let's just. Any kind of marker you have will work with this. Okay. Now I have to go this way, don't I? Normally I twist and turn my paper around, but since I'm doing it with you guys and just trying to stay in one spot, we'll just go like that. I'm deciding if I want more. What if I went the other way too? Ooh, this could be very busy, but I'm going to do it. It's going to have lots to... Ah! My tape came undone. Oh no. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to, once again, I'm just kind of following the lines of this. Okay. And then we got to go down this way. So for those of you that watch me in the middle of the night, you'll be going right to sleep with this. Okay, that's what I think I'm going to do right there. Then often I'll go along the edges and make them into their little roundness, because remember you're going like so and so and so. Your curve is going toward the cross like that. Then there'll be another one here. And that's why you get all the rounded edges, is because you're rounding all the intersections. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. So lines wherever you want, but page edge to page edge, and then you're rounding all your corners. So on the side here, you maybe can't see very well because of the mat, but I am kind of rounding these and making it just a clean edge. You can leave your lines at the edge, but I just kind of like having them look like they're finished like the rest of it. See, and we're almost done with this side. That needs to be rounder. Might as well round that as well. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite meditative. And just because I am who I am, I usually start on one side and kind of go this way, or top to bottom or bottom to top or something, just to try and keep myself from missing an intersection. Once you've done it for a while, you won't miss any intersections. You'll just have it down. But see how that one's already starting to look round? As soon as we do this intersection, this right here will be round. I did do this with my granddaughter Katie one day, and she loved it. I think she, matter of fact, I had her put hers in her art journal that she has here, and yeah, she thought it was a lot of fun. And it was calming for her, she said. So I loved that too. See, now a lot of lines intersecting there, so I'm rounding each and every intersection. And so I'm going to end up with a larger colored in area, just because there's so many lines intersecting, whereas this one only has the 4. Right? Okay, I just want to, so I'm going to do this one too. Hopefully you can see that really well because it's on the yellow. Okay. So this is another one that's got some lines coming from every direction. And this one's coloring in, it was a little splotchy. I just go along the line and just kind of try and even it out. But this doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Once again, don't stress out if you go out of the lines a little bit or something, you know. Oh, I do love it. I really do. It's just fun to do. Do this little edge, and then I can do that spot and this spot. Okay, and then we're down to this little bit. Sometimes, like that one is so little, I'll just draw a circle in it, and then all my edges will be rounded, if that makes sense. Like that one, I did a half circle. But then you're going to have this side, and you're going to have this side, and you're going to have this side. But There are people who do like big paintings of it like this. I think it's really cool. And I haven't mentioned it or done it on my channel here in a long time, so yeah, I just thought today was the day. Maybe I was feeling like I needed a little stress reducer. I kind of was. We've just been busy trying to think about everything to think about with the upcoming visit. Let's see. We will be, by the time this shows, we'll be home from that, but yeah, there's lots to think about, lots to get ready. The family that's coming to visit has 3 birthdays in February, so we're going to celebrate birthdays. So I had to think about what to do for a cake. Happily, my son-in-law has a favorite cake, and it's easy. It's just yellow cake with chocolate frosting. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. So, yeah, and then the last step of this is to draw your geometric shapes if you want to. Like on this one, I didn't want to break up the pattern with like some circles or triangles or whatever. So I just did the first 2 steps, which is perfectly fine. It's your artwork, so you do you, as people are always telling me to do me and quit worrying about the grumpy people online. Oh, that's been going well though lately. I feel like, I don't know, all the grumpy ones have left the building. The grumpies have left the building, which is just good with me. See, that one I did 2 corners at once because they're right next to each other. I'll do the same here, and then this one, and then that one. And once again, that's kind of a bigger one, but it's because there was lots of intersections. So you can see where this would take, you know, through the news for sure. I know a lot of people aren't watching the news these days, and I totally get that too. And I'll probably get comments about, why do you watch it if it stresses you out? Well, there's a couple reasons. One is I like to be informed. I want to know what's going on. And 2 is I need to know what to pray for. So then I know if I watch the news. Okay, well, we're making progress, I think. Let's see, maybe we didn't do too many down here. I could do those. That one's almost already just curved enough from the line that we did, so that was good. Okay, got one down here. Once again, I kind of went off the way, so I just straighten it out, and then it kind of adds variety because you're adding thick lines and thin lines. They're not all just, you know, just the one. And if I'm doing a bigger design, I will use a bigger nibbed pen than this. Should probably tell you what I'm using. This is a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen, and it's B, which I think means brush. Okay. I always thought it meant bold, but I think it means brush. And it's just that the tip is a little bit more flexible than others. I think that's what the difference is. Go that way. Gosh, you can listen to the creaks of the house and everything. It's just it's very peaceful. And this is never anything that I hurry on, you know. If I don't get it done, it's easy to come back and pick it up another time. Easy to do, you know. I just try and make sure that I use the same pen is the only thing. I think this is kind of zen the way coloring is, you know. And the other thing with this, as opposed to doodling, is you don't have to think, okay, what design am I going to make here? You know, you're following the path of your lines and the intersections. That one kind of got a little not done well, let's just say. So that one. This one's very subtle, but it's got lots of intersections. There we go. So got 4 or 5 little semicircles there. Okay, that's more pointed than it was curved, so I'll fix that. This one's good. Sometimes you have to move it down a bit. You can't do it right at the corner because it's just how they fall sometimes. Curve, curve, curve. So I honestly, oh gosh, we've actually almost used an hour. I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to want to watch this for an hour, but we're almost there already. It's crazy. Time flies to me when I'm doing this. It's like, it almost is, it flies, and it's almost as it stands still because I'm just concentrating on the next line and the next line. Yeah, I'm really liking this one. I think this would make a cool digital. These would be fun to use in collage, wouldn't they? I want to keep all mine, so there's a good reason to make it a digital, huh? Let's see. Let's just go around in a circle in that little space because it's very tiny. Okay. I just want to finish that one off. So we'll go ahead and do this. This has got a lot of intersections too. You could leave little tiny dots if you want to too. If, you know, when you're doing an intersection with a whole bunch of different lines, if you want to, you can, you know, leave little dots too. Don't have to color it all in like I'm doing. Once you've done it for a while, you kind of do some shortcuts too. Like there, I just kind of I just kind of did a bunch, and I think we'll do those too and see how I've almost done 3. Almost done 3 right there. So, onward we go. See, there's a little dot there. I'm going to fill it in just because that's what I'm doing on this one. One had a bunch. It almost looks like rocks, doesn't it? Here's your classic 4. 4 little curvy lines. Let's see, I've colored that one in. Let's color this one in. I may be getting a little marker on my craft mat, but who would know? It's all black. There's a bit of a sheen on that. I had to move my head to see if I was getting it colored in. Okay. That's a funky one. This is a funky one. Well, I'm excited. We have some girls basketball that we'll watch on TV. We decided since we're going to be at my daughter's for like 5 days, we would have been there 7 days if we went down for this game and then the one tomorrow. So we're just going to watch those on TV. And then while we're there, they have another game this coming Tuesday. So it works out great because then her auntie, their auntie can see him play. I don't know what it's going to be like with a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old at their game, but you know, I figure it's not they're not my job. I'll keep them busy if they happen to come my way, but I'll mostly be screaming and yelling for Katie and Addie. But it'll be fun too for my the granddaughter that's coming to visit. She's a freshman. It'll be fun for her to see their high school too, I think. Now there's one where we could just kind of dull those corners and leave that little spot if we want right there. Let's see, those are pretty good. So, well, how are we doing time-wise? Oh, we're almost there. So I am just going to say thank you to those who hung in with me and worked on this. We're about halfway done. And so I can finish this up and we'll think about making digitals. Let me know if you think they would be fun to have. So there you have it. A little neurographic art today. So I hope you enjoyed this and give it a try. You never know if you'll like it till you try it. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a grateful day and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.